To Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on ChannelOne TV with me, Inusafo and Ju Duncan. We're going straight into our home improvement segment. We're talking built-in wooden furniture versus movable furniture in renovations. And joining us for this very important discussions, Amma Naabia Boachie-Danquah, Creative Director, Bassinet and More Limited. How are you doing? You're very well. Hey, we do teenager, so you okay?
Hey, Pacho, good morning.
You're well?
I'm well.
That's very good to know.
We are back into the grind and I can. We are back.
Yeah, you're back. You're back. The New Year's shooting, you good?
Oh yes. Everybody is a bit calm, like trying to test out the.
72 days in January.
I thought it was 95.
Yes,
I
thought it was 72.
No, it's 95.
We're 90. Interesting. Okay, we're talking built-in wooden furniture versus movable furniture and renovations. Why do you think that's an important topic to discuss?
It's an important topic because most of us are in rental spaces, and rental spaces, give or take, you would move within 2 to 3 years, unless it's a 5-year lease. So having functional yet movable furniture has become like a topical thing. You are looking at things that you would quickly assemble, quickly, if an emergency happens, you have to move and move along with them. So it's an important topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say movable furniture for rented spaces and if you have your own space, then you can do, like, what do they call them? Cabinets on the wall.
Yes. You see, the thing is, when it comes to, I always say, any proper interior person, any proper artisan, let me use the word artisan to put all of us under that umbrella, would always advise that you do the most when it is your space, when it's a permanent space. Even if it's a rental and the rental is you're going to be there for a very long time, as in you're going to have family there for maybe 6, 7, 8 years. That's normally for expats when they come in, or when you move into maybe a district and you are going to be there for a very long time. Then you can actually do the most, because permanent furniture or semi-permanent furniture, we don't normally focus on the fast furniture, which spoils ideally or has a duration of maybe 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
With permanent furniture, you're looking at mostly wood options. And wood is one of those things that needs intelligent installation, intentional maintenance. So you have to have a different approach when you're doing permanent residence. You're staying there for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's essentially it.
Which one are homeowners leaning more towards?
Oh, we're leaning towards the movable furniture.
The movable
yes.
furniture.
And it's not our fault, because most of us are renting.
Okay.
Yes. And even organizations now, when they're even renting for staff, they tend to lean towards the movable furniture because, one, our maintenance culture is a bit funny. So they will not go and ideally go and look for expensive permanent fixtures, because they are not sure on how the person might handle it. So most people or most of us are leaning towards the movable furniture.
Let's give a definition, or as the name suggests. So built-in means that it's built into the structure.
Yes.
And then movable means you can move it around.
Oh, yes.
As and when
yes.
you choose.
Yes.
So then why wouldn't everybody go for movable?
When it comes to those two options, it's also about taste.
Okay.
Yes, also about it, because when you have the built-in, you have the recessed lights, you have all of that. That is a different ambience. That's also nice. That's when the Jude's favorite word, aesthetics.
Oh, I beg you.
comes into play. So let me give a typical example. A wardrobe. You know, the movable one is just against the wall.
Yeah.
You'll be a keke.
I was even looking at mine. Was it yesterday? I'm like, I need to change this into a built-in one so that I can get more space and structure to suit my taste.
You've just answered your own question. You've answered the question for me.
But in the long run, which one is more cost effective?
When it comes to costs now, it also depends on the type of material. It's not really about what it is, because there are some movable options. If you are using a type of material to build that movable option,
Yeah,
it can be expensive, you know. So right now, everything is leaning towards the type of material and also the type of finish.
what type of materials are available?
So for how do you call it, for a movable wardrobe, let me stay back, go back to the wardrobe, for instance. Now we have the anti-humid. Now we have the acrylics. You can use acrylics, you can use glass, you know, plexiglass. It doesn't matter if plexi is inside, recessed, or outside, it's expensive. So if I say I want glass, acrylic glass, I want to see everything, I want to put lights in, and the budget is still high, even though I can drag it along if I'm leaving. So it's about the material and the finish, how it looks finished. Yeah.
I heard you say that a lot more people, you know, gravitate towards movable. Will you say there are some furniture types that are best or better suited when it's fixed in?
Oh yes, yes. Cabinetry is like wardrobes like this. It's one thing that when it's fixed in, it's nice. In the living area, when you have the display units, when they are recessed in the wall, automatically the space becomes bigger, you know. But when it's out, then we are all clamoring for space. You know, TV units like this, when you have it like properly done into the wall, just a TV sticking out as compared to the bulky console. You see, it gives you space, it gives you definition, you can operate within the space. So ideally, when you have it custom built in, it's much better, even for kitchens. Some of the kitchens, the way the layout is, when it's permanent, you know that, okay, then you can visualize the island, how people sit, how people interact with the space. So built-in is always the best. But just that, as I said, we are what is it? We are always moving. We are not building our homes yet. So
I feel you. I get a sense also that for fixed versus movable, you get a sense that those who've built their own spaces usually like it fixed in. Whereas if the property is to be rented out or leased out, it's more open space and you get to decide what you want.
And you also realize that those who have built their own spaces, they go for wood. Wood becomes one of their, they go for wood, they go for stone, they go for things that have longevity, you know. Because this is their space. They are going to be in for a long while. So they're not looking at maybe just some cheap plywood to just do a table. You go and you see a nice table. You see the type of light fixtures. You'd be like, oh, okay, proper chandeliers.
You know, except that for some of the movable, it's even worse than the fixed. In terms of, I remember when we do Heritage Caravan, we used to have this wood table. You need like 50 people to carry it. You know, so it can be movable, but it's the form of it, and the form makes it look very stationary and almost fixed. Can you talk to us through it too? Do you advise it, you know, that even though you can move it, the width of it makes it just practically impossible to, you know, move it around?
That table you're talking about, was it wood?
Was wood.
Yeah.
Like you can't carry it. You know, each time we had Heritage Month and they brought a table around,
Everybody had a look.
oh God, I felt so sad for like our floor managers and because the table was too heavy, you know, but you could clearly also tell that it is quality wood.
Yes. I asked that question intentionally. Wood or proper wood tables made of our type of wood of mahogany, odum, wawa and all, they're not really supposed to be moved. Those are permanent fixtures. I'm sure management was like, I like how the wood looks like. Let's carry it along. We are doing heritage, so it's all part of it.
Amazing.
But ideally, wood in that form It's not moved. It's fixed. Wood, and wood is heavy. We all know that wood is very heavy. But for moving around, studio setup, it's ideally going to be a fast furniture. That is the laminate boards, because that one you can easily move, do a different configuration with it and all of that, yes. But there are some people, let me use your example. Management can say, or somebody can say that, I want the wood because the wood will tell a certain story. I want it to, give a certain story, a certain a perception. So they would move it along. But ideally, when it comes to things like wood, we don't move wood, we don't move stone. They are heavy. It's just supposed to be there.
With Ghana's weather and humidity, between movable and built-in, which one is more sustainable?
Both of them.
Both of them?
Both of them. You see, we have been, before engineered wood came to Ghana, what were we using? We're using our wood, right? And there are so many ways of treating wood and preserving. That is why I said when it comes to like wood or permanent fixtures, there has to be an intelligent and an intentional approach towards it. Yes, because intelligent, not that you have been to school per se, but you must know that when you see cracks, when it's 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, you have to do something to it. Intentional is you must make sure that it's part of your scheduling that I'll treat it. We've had wood for a very long while. If you do those two things, intelligent and intentional, you won't have problems with wood. Same way, movable too. You also have to do intentional and a bit of intelligence. The fact that it is movable or it is not permanent doesn't mean you shouldn't clean it when it's dirty. You should just carry it and just throw it around because, oh, this one there is light and it also break. And that even has a faster shelf life, a lesser shelf life, because fast furniture is ideally 2 to 5 years. That's the timeline. It's we who keep it for a long while. But if you look at the big brands and you look behind them, it's normally between 2 to 5 years. That's the purpose of creating movable.
What happens after 5 years?
It's supposed to replace.
Oh.
That's what the white man, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention the brand, but that is how they set up. That is why they set it up, fast furniture. Their mind was the student population in uni. When you are going to Harvard, you are going to MIT, you are setting up your rooms, your dorms. So the biggest, I won't mention their name, but the biggest Norwegian fast furniture company in the world, that was their idea, that whilst kids are going to school, tables, wardrobes, steady setups, cupboards. So that was, and they realized that no, the students were like, after I graduate, I'm moving these things into my apartment. So that's how come it became a global thing that let's do fast furniture because we can't move wood. But for them, it's between 2 to 5 years they are replacing. Yes, ideally 5 years they are, and after 5 years they bring it to us here. That's what we get here. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. We also see the trend where a lot of these movable furniture have multiple functions, right, and purpose. Yes. So, for example, a bed. You think it's a bed, but below it, there's some like a space for keeping clothes or shoes, but they're generally expensive. I think, comparatively, fixed turns out to be cheaper because it's long-term, it's permanent, but if you look at a multi-purpose movable, they're generally expensive. As somebody who has done recent house buying shopping. So talk to us about prices, right? General prices. What should we expect if somebody's watching, wants to go to a market for some kind of furniture? What are the general prices on the market? Would you know?
Yes, let me explain why it's expensive. It comes down to production here. It comes down to your CD, dollar, euro rate. We do not produce any of those things to the kind of finish that I know you, Jude, and you, Eno, would want. And most of it, 99.9% of it is all imported. So if the person brings it and the person brought it at 50 $15 per unit. You can imagine conversion rates. So that's how come it's expensive. And the reason why the function is also very important is most manufacturers know that we are, our spaces now are small. So storage is king when it comes to homes. If you don't have storage, you don't have pieces that you can store stuff in or even have them collapsible so that you can just hide in the corner. When you need it, then you bring it out, you'll be in trouble. So that's why those are popular now. But we don't produce anything of that, so that kind of finish. That's why, as for expensive, it is expensive. To furnish a home, functional home, you are looking not less, if your budgeting is right, they are not home use, you're looking not less, or you should budget between 50,000 cedis max. Yeah, I know. I know.
That's for a full house.
Yes, for full house. So this is 2-bedroom.
Okay.
And this is 2-bedroom, like 2-bedroom apartment. I've taken kitchen out. I'm assuming there's kitchen. So I'm looking at your the sofa, maybe a 2-set with a table. I'm looking at bed mattress. I'm looking at curtains. I'm looking at lighting. Yeah, so 50,000. Just have that. I know.
Is there a no for me when you've not even said anything? Anyway, interesting. Wow. I'm learning something new. There's also, this is not really furniture, but it's got to do with improving your space, right? And it's with carpeting. You get a sense that a lot of people are going in for fixed carpets, right? Technically, you can say it's movable, but now we see the trend where people like to stick it to the ground.
Yes.
Is that advisable?
It is. Carpeting is one of those things that can really hurt you if it's not laid properly. If it's not laid properly and you are walking, you can trip, you can fall. If you are somebody who has a young family, you have kids running around or kids crawling and all of that, you might as well just have it fixed. Carpet installation is not something that you should sweat over. You should have it fixed, right? Because even when you place your chairs, you don't lay well, it will bunch around your legs. So you're wearing high heels, you're wearing flat, you will just trip and fall. So the glue is not crazy. The person who lay the carpeting is not crazy expensive. It's the type of carpeting that determines what it is. So if you're going to go for Egyptian cotton and all woolen, that's when the issue comes. But if you're going for just good functional carpets that would serve its purpose, yes, then that one is fine. It's the type that way. But installation, those things, they are not crazy. But I would always advise that you stick it.
What key factors should homeowners consider before deciding that I want to do a built-in or I want to do movable furniture?
Do you have money? That's all.
Really, that's the bottom line.
Bottom line. Do you have money? Because there's somebody who can be in a rental and say, I don't care, I want to have it all built in. So it's, do you have money? That's the first one. Is it, when you look at your finances, then you tend to understand that, is it feasible? Would it work? Then look at the space you are in rental. Within 2 years, do you want to do this? Because ideally by 2 years, your landlord or whoever will come and say, I've increased. So before you do all these things, will your budget allow? It comes down to money. It comes down to your 2-year plan. Is it going to work? If not, then you please just do your normal thing and be working towards the land you are buying or the house you are buying. Then you can go all out. That one, nobody's moving you within 2 years or 3 years. Money determines it all.
Wow.
Money.
Clearly, it's moved from just furniture to like improving your space, right? I've had people reach out to me and ask me about a dilemma. Should I get standing ACs or should I fix the AC on the wall? Still under the broader theme of movable as against you deal with interior spaces. What would you advise?
It's a mixture of both, depending on how. For ACs like this, it's always about how big your space is, what type of horsepower, and also the brand you are buying. Yeah, comes back to money again. So AC installation for us is not just about AC, it's about the space. Does it really need an AC? Do you really need an AC here?
But the standing ones, are they good enough? Because
Yeah, but it depends on brand though.
yeah, so okay, so at the end of the day, it's the brand.
It's the brand.
Wow.
It's always the brand. And also, when you're buying these things, apart from brand, you should also find out if there are services that can be rendered if something happens. That's one thing that we don't do here. You go online, you go and buy something, you bring it in, and there's nobody who can fix it if something goes wrong. So now when we are buying things for people, I know a few of my people also tell them that we always have to find out if there's after-sales service.
Right.
So that when the thing is coming down or when the thing is here, can we find somebody who can work on it?
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. And I'm sure in terms of finding somebody who can do, you can help us find that person with what you do, right?
I'll charge you in particular, I'll charge you plenty.
Don't do
but
that.
Eno my
do
friend.
this. So where can we reach out to you for, assistance when it comes to setting up our spaces?
Okay,
and all of that?
so on social media, the name is the same, Amma Naabia Boachie-Danquah. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You reach out and I and my boys will find you.
Amazing. LinkedIn, Facebook,
Instagram.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know if Eno has anything to add. Spot on. Anyway, so that's all time will allow us for the segment with Naabia Boachie-Danquah, helping us through the conversation on improving our spaces with a focus on movable as against immovable furniture. We'll take a quick break. There's sports coming up right after. Don't go away.